Hey, what's going on? It's late as fuck. I honestly lost track of time. I was just on Notion, just making more shit for Emmy Fitness, trying to get organized and get that rolling. I think the sooner I can get that rolling, the better, honestly. So I'm just working on it. If I'm not getting paid, I don't care, dude. It's so much fun for me that it's whatever. So I've just been working on that today. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep this short, but I feel like I've allowed myself to like have hobbies again, and it feels kind of cool. Like I just bought some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I just feel like a little kid again, dude. And it's actually an incredible feeling. I remember seeing some of these designs on these cards, freaking out when I got them and stuff like that. And I'm still shooting myself in the foot for selling them when I did, because I know that I had just some great cards back then. Never mind the game, but for a collector's item and the investment, the price of what they would be now, just unbelievable. Because some of that stuff that I had, they just don't make it anymore. And a lot of that stuff I got 20 years ago, because I was really into it between 7 to maybe 13 years old. That's when I sold it. So yeah, and I just very dumb of me to do that, but it is what it is. So got that, just been playing around with organizing them and putting them in I got this app, it's called Collector, and it just allows me to see the market value of each card, and it's kind of cool. Some of the cards I have are worth some money. I got one that's worth $10, which is cool. But I was so having that, and then I got my girlfriend Lexi got me this puzzle, and we were doing this puzzle. Well, she helped me with the border, and then because it's at my house, I've been able to work on it whenever. She's able to work on it when she comes over, but she's come over I think once or twice since she got it, and one of the times we didn't even touch it. So I'm not saying that she hasn't helped, but because that's not true. That's not even the point. The point is I got this puzzle, and I just fuck with puzzles. I love puzzles. I think they're so much fun. And I've been doing that. So between that and having Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't know, just doing some shit that with coding, and like I just feel like I'm doing shit, dude. It's cool. Not that I'm doing shit. It feels like I have interests, and I'm not just I don't even know what I'm trying to get at, but it just feels cool. It's like my attention throughout the day shifts, because I'll work for however long, and then I'm like, okay, well, let me put some cards into the database here and see how much they're worth. And it's like, cool, that was sweet. Looks like added X amount of cards, and now I have a total of $200 worth of cards right now, which is actually kind of crazy. If we click on it real quick, I got 87. Okay. Of course, it's going to load right now. I don't know how to tell how many cards I have. So I've only put in 198 cards, and that's a total of $87, which is pretty cool, because I bought this big giant lot off of Amazon, and it's this 2,000 card lot, and it was $20. It was $25, and I only have 200 in there, and I've got a couple other things like little structure decks and stuff and booster packs. Just feels like a fucking kid again, dude. And anyway, so I probably have 3,000 or 4,000 cards now, if I had to guess, just based on what I've got. And I don't think I've spent more than like $60, which is kind of cool. So to think that total, let me think about this. Bought a couple. I think I have not spent more than 100. And to think that only 200 of those 3,000 cards are in there, and I already have made my money back. That's kind of cool. So don't know if I would necessarily sell them, because yes, a card may be worth something, but selling it's a different story. So I'm not even trying to sell. I'm not even doing it to make money. I don't know, dude. When I was really into Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid, I didn't have a job, obviously, because I was a kid. I didn't have money. Any cards that I got, they were purchased for me. I don't think I ever bought any of my own cards ever. Maybe later on when I would get an allowance and I'd buy cards off, whatever. But I remember I used to play with my dad and my uncle on my dad's side, and my uncle over there would buy booster pack boxes, and so rather than buying a pack of 9 cards, he would buy a box of packs with 9 cards. So there'd be 24 packs of 9 cards. And I remember just seeing that, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's crazy. You can buy, that's so much money. Wow. And I just have never been able to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that because some of the packs I want to buy, they're like $200. But maybe I will just to scratch that itch I had as a child. You know, seeing some of these cards, some of these designs, having them now in my possession, it's like, holy fuck, dude, this is so cool. For anybody who's listening who might be into Yu-Gi-Oh, like the old Dark Magician, the old Buster Blader, the Tribe Infecting Virus, anything to do with Anubis, anything to do with Exodia, all that shit. Obelisk Tormentor, is it Slifer, the Sky Dragon, Winged Dragon of Ra, Blue Eyes White Dragon, like all that. So nerding out over here, but anybody who's into Yu-Gi-Oh would know those are just some cool cards to have, and I have them now because I am able to just pick what I want. And anyway, so I'm able to scratch some childhood itches. Now I've always loved puzzles and just being able to have one right here and to do it and not feel like I'm dicking off. It's just like, okay, well, I worked 2 hours for Mina, worked 4 hours for Brian. I hit the gym. I'm gonna just do a puzzle, and it's okay because I feel like it's fine, you know. And then when I'm tired of that, it's like, okay, well, let's learn some coding, and let's see what I can do. So then I'll code, and it just feels like I'm always doing something, but it's like what I need to do 24/7. What I should do is code, just so I can learn that, and because that's ultimately the goal. I want to make software, and if I know how to code, then I can do that. So I should do that, but I'm not, which is fine because it's like when I'm coding, it's kind of a drain because it's a lot of mental power, bandwidth to do all that stuff. But when I stop and then I switch to a puzzle or something like that, or I honestly just watch some YouTube video on, I've been really into trying to figure out if we're living in a simulation or not lately. I just think that's such an interesting conversation, especially when you have people like Elon Musk weigh in. But anyway, then I just recharge, you know, and then it's like, okay, well, I need to work for Brian or whatever. So then I start doing a project and I'm like, okay, this is tough. I need to take a break. And it's like, okay, well, let's go ahead and check out some of these cards, put them in this collector thing, see how much they're worth. Sometimes I'll come across one that's like $1, and I'm like, holy shit, this little card is worth $1. But I've got one card, like I said, Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder. Some fucking nerdy shit, dude. But yeah, it's worth $10.07. Dude, it's cool to me. The next highest is Blue Eyes White Dragon version 2. It's $8.84, which is, dude, I had like 12 copies of an ultra rare Blue Eyes. Anyway, I'm done talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. I love this shit. Think it's so much fun. But anyway. So yeah, then I work for Brian. I'm like, okay, whatever. Go through Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, whatever. Stand up. It's like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. And I'm going to talk about this real quick and then I'm going to end the show. But I ran again today, 2 days in a row. So first of all, I woke up today, no pain whatsoever, which was a great feeling. And then today I ran, same spot, same location, put the right workout in my watch this time. And I just ran a mile, nothing crazy. And I got 9 minutes, 25 seconds for a mile, which is not my fastest. My fastest is 8:59. And my goal is to run a mile in under 8 minutes and be pain-free and not stop. Well, I guess obviously, because if I stop, I'm definitely not getting 8. But that's just the first goal I have. I just want to clear 8-minute mile. That's it. That's my goal. And eventually I think it would be fun to, I don't know if fun is the right word. It's just a challenge that I have never once considered, ever. I talked about it yesterday, but it would just be so sick to be able to run a marathon, a marathon, half marathon, even to the lengths of a triathlon in the future. But I don't give a fuck about anything if I am in pain. If I'm in pain, then it all goes out the window. If I'm pain-free, though, then we're good. So as long as I'm pain free, I'm going to keep on going. But the minute that I'm in pain, I'm out, because just fuck that. Life was shit. So, but anyway, it's just like I was talking to Lexi about this because I credit her for the inspiration that she's had on me to begin running, or I guess trying to run. And it's just exciting for me to have a goal in the gym that feels like it's a new goal. I've never done it. I'm pretty ignorant or pretty naive to a lot of the things because I've always been about bodybuilding. I've always been about building muscle, building strength. That's my cup of tea right there. That's what I know the most about. I feel very qualified to talk about that stuff. And that's just been the way that I train. I train with weights, 3 sets of 6 to 15 reps. Rarely ever do I go outside that range. And that's been pretty much what I've done 98% of the time for the last 12 years. Talked about that yesterday. But now switching gears, it's just exciting. It's just like brand new territory. It's like I've never trained to be a good runner or an efficient runner. I've never trained for endurance like this. I've never tried to run long distance. Today was probably like my 4th or 5th day ever running a mile without stopping, ever in my whole life. So it's just exciting, dude. I don't know. It's like I'm fired up to go. It's just like when I was earlier today, it was around 2:00. I'm like, I want to hurry and finish this so I can get dressed and go and run a mile. And it's so funny because this mile, it's not even 10 minutes, I do it and I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great, But what I did today was hold on. There we go. So what I did today was I ran the mile and then I went to the gym across the street and I just did mobility shit, dude. Just functional stuff. I did Turkish get-ups. I did farmer carries and just did some body weight glute bridges, did some of these chin tuck things for deep internal core. I'm actually not even sure what the fuck that is, to be honest. But a whole bunch of stuff that I never do. And it felt good. Like I was out of breath. And I just felt like I was doing some shit. It's just a good feeling. Then I went and played basketball and kind of forced myself to run around more. And it was just fun. Like I enjoyed it. I felt like I was working towards something. Felt like it was a new goal of mine. Felt like it was just brand new territory. And it's cool, dude. Best way I can explain it is like when you finally unlock that new level in a video game and you just get to go to that new area and it's just like, fuck, there's so much to explore. It's just how I feel. So it's just cool. It's very exciting. So yeah, pretty pumped about life right now, but yeah, actually I'm going to end it there. All I did today was, by the way, yesterday I used AI to summarize the entire caption. I'm going to try to do that again. It doesn't really sound like me when I write. Where is it? When I write my thoughts and feelings for today and what I did today, it doesn't necessarily sound like me, but it gets the job done. So yesterday it says, I'm drained but still fired up. That Zoom call felt like a missed opportunity, which sucks after all the hours I put in unpaid. I know I'm onto something special with this MENA project, and I just want to keep going and get paid fairly. Running stirred something in me. I'm craving new challenges. I want to feel like an athlete again. I miss Lexi already, but her influence has pushed me in the right direction, and I'm ready to build something real. So while all of that may be true, I just wouldn't say that. I just want to keep going and get paid fairly. I wouldn't say that. I feel like I am getting paid fairly. I feel like that's not even the problem. And this is what I did today. Zoom call with Mina, true. Worked 3.5 hours for Brian, true. 4 hours for Mina, true. Took Lexi to the airport, true. Ran a mile at the track, true. Did abs at an outdoor gym, true. 8 Jersey Mike's, true. Did 1 coding lesson, true. Experimented with coding in Notion, true. Planned self-teaching curriculum. I did not do that. I did not plan a self-teaching curriculum. I may have talked about what I would do, but I didn't plan it, so that's incorrect. Woke up at 7 a.m., sleep around 11:30 p.m. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to start using that, just less for me to type. And yeah, I kind of want to figure out a way to do this with Notion, dude. There's got to be a way to extract all the key points and stuff like that. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to automate this whole fucking thing and then keep track of all the variables and all that shit. So I'll figure it out. But that's it. So from here on, I'm going to try to use AI just to speed things up. So, all right, that's all I got for realsies this time. So appreciate you guys listening. Bye-bye.